I'm Dr. Jaime Elia from the Animal Hospital of Roxbury in Ledgewood, New Jersey. Today we'll be talking about puppy care.
Dr. Elia, how does caring for a puppy differ from caring for an adult dog?
Puppies are extremely mischievous. They are going to get themselves into trouble no matter what you do. But older dogs can be more reliable.
When can a puppy be separated from its mother?
Typically, puppies are separated from their mother around 8 or 9 weeks of age, sometimes up until 12 weeks.
When can I bring my puppy around other dogs and people?
So I would suggest that your puppy is only exposed to other dogs that you know are healthy, well cared for, and don't have any underlying health issues. Maybe they also don't frequent dog parks or dog daycares where they might be exposed to a lot of different things that they could bring home to your puppy. Exposing them to other people is easy and would be welcome because you want them to socialize and be excited to see new people on a regular basis.
What vaccinations does my puppy need and when should they be administered?
The beginning, we will start with doing one new vaccine at a time. We like to separate things out so that way they're less likely to have an issue than when you give too many vaccines together. I recommend doing a distemper, adenovirus, and parvovirus vaccine every 3 to 4 weeks until they are 16 weeks old or older, with at least a series of 2 vaccines 3 weeks apart. I also recommend the Bordetella vaccine or kennel cough vaccine for those dogs who are going to board, groom, or be exposed to a lot of dogs on a regular basis. However, puppies should get that as puppies so that way they have seen the disease at some point in time and also allows them to socialize more safely with other dogs. Other vaccines that we can do by law, rabies is required of puppies and can be given at 12 weeks and up. Sometimes we will separate that vaccine from the others just to give it as a standalone vaccine. The first rabies vaccine is good for 1 year, and after that they would be good for 3 years. Other vaccines could include vaccinating for leptospirosis, as well as Lyme disease and influenza.
How often should I bring my puppy in for checkups?
In the beginning, we'll end up seeing each other quite a bit, where we'll do a quick exam after their first thorough exam, make sure new issues have not popped up before giving them another set of boosters. We usually see them every 3 to 4 weeks and also do a weight check to make sure that they're growing properly.
What is the best diet for my puppy and how much should I feed them?
I recommend continuing the diet that your puppy came on as long as they like it and are doing well with it. We may make some recommendations based on your puppy's lifestyle or what your other dogs have been eating in the past, depending on the puppy itself.
How do I know if my puppy is at a healthy weight?
Having your puppy weighed on a regular basis and also felt and looked at by a veterinarian or the veterinary staff would be a good way to evaluate their weight regularly. Although it might seem cute, pudgy puppies are at more risk for hurting themselves by orthopedically if they get too big too quickly.
When should I start training my puppy and what methods do you recommend?
Training your puppy starts from the day that you bring them home. Puppies are like little sponges and they absorb information very quickly. So all of the things that you do, good and bad, are helping to form their behaviors for the rest of their life. So I think training should start on day 1. Using positive reinforcement, training treats are always a good idea as well.
What should I do if my puppy has diarrhea or vomiting?
If your puppy has diarrhea or vomiting, I would make sure that they are seen by a veterinarian, as well as bringing a fecal sample with you, as the most common cause for vomiting and diarrhea in young animals is internal parasites.
How can I prevent fleas, ticks, and other parasites in my puppy?
Preventing fleas and ticks is easy with heartworm, flea, and tick prevention, which we recommend starting at age-appropriate times, and it's also weight-based. So you would need to see your puppy in order to prescribe that.
When should I spay or neuter my puppy, and what are the benefits?
Spaying and neutering puppies is a little bit age-dependent. Small breed dogs, we recommend spaying and neutering around the time that they're 6 months old. For larger breed dogs and medium-sized dogs, we may wait until after a first heat cycle if they're a girl, or wait until about a year to a year and a half, depending on their skeletal maturity.
What are some common health issues in puppies and how can I recognize them?
Common health issues in puppies, vomiting and diarrhea, coughing or sneezing, which might indicate either a GI parasite or GI bug or an upper respiratory infection, are common things that can happen with puppies. Other common things would be skin issues or ear infections.
How do I care for my puppy's teeth and gums?
Caring for teeth and gums is very important, and starting at a young age is key. You want to get them used to having their mouth handled and their teeth looked at. All of those little teeth that they come with are going to change over to adult teeth between 4 and 6 months old, which is great news because they're super sharp and we'd rather they not stay around forever. Getting them used to having their mouth handled, introducing toothpaste and eventually either a toothbrush or a gauze pad or a finger brush would be a good idea as well.
What are the signs of allergies in puppies and how can they be treated?
Allergies in puppies are not as common as we would think, but just like with any type of allergy, either sneezing, scratching or licking too much might be a symptom of an allergy.
How much exercise does my puppy need and what kind is best?
Exercise in puppies, they will typically exercise themselves, and I am usually fine with them exercising as much as they want to until they tucker out and want to take a good long nap. All that extra energy can sometimes bring on unwanted behaviors. However, forced exercise, so running them for long periods of time or taking them for very, very long walks when they want to stop and take a rest is not a good idea. You also don't want things to be too concussive on hard surfaces because it can impact the joints, especially of large breed puppies.
What should I do if my puppy is exhibiting aggressive behavior?
If your puppy is exhibiting aggressive behavior, I would speak to your veterinarian and see if they have recommendations for a trainer that they feel would be a good fit for your family and your puppy. Aggressive behaviors in puppies is not very common or should not be common, and we do want to see if there is a root cause of it, whether there might be discomfort or another underlying behavioral issue.
How can I socialize my puppy with other dogs and people?
Socializing with other dogs and people is a great idea because you want to get them exposed so that way they're comfortable with everybody. Starting off with a calm dog who you know likes other dogs would be good. Some puppies can be timid, others can be very, very boisterous and annoying and jumping all over an older dog. You want them to be very tolerant of that behavior, but also let the puppy know when they've had enough in a safe way.
What are the symptoms of parvovirus and how can I protect my puppy from it?
Parvovirus is a common and unfortunate disease of the GI tract that is most noted by vomiting, as well as very, very bad watery diarrhea. Usually those puppies become very lethargic. They also don't want to eat. Keeping your puppy from being exposed to other, from animals who are sick, I would avoid dog parks, animal shelters, or other places where there might be some ill dogs until they're fully vaccinated.
If you have questions regarding puppy care, give us a call at 973-691-1771.